Okay, that's much better. Okay, there we go. Now let me get this camera together. Okay. All righty. Okay, let me get it together. Let me get it together, y'all. All righty. I got it. I'm supposed to be very close. Hey there. Hey, Just Burial. You said, do you think this could be a way to do a podcast initially? Nope. I got too many channels that I'm on. Too many channels that I'm on. Hey there. How are you doing? Hey, Ralph, how are you? How's everyone doing? Hey, Telsha. I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? Hey, y'all. Hey, Rory. Is it Rory? Christy, how are you guys doing? Okay, let me see if I can. Let me look and see what I can do here. I don't think I can turn this one on. Probably not. And probably not. All right. Let me close this out. Let me turn. Oh, that didn't work too well. So we won't be using these other apps. Let me turn these off. Hey, Jalila. How are you doing? Okay. Here we go. How is everybody doing? Hey, Miss Chat. Well, hello, Carla from Texas. Hope you'll be at my conference. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Mia. How are you doing? Let's look. Hi, Pamela. I miss you too, Telsha. We miss you. Hi, Precious. Hi, Peace and Joy. And Unica. How are you doing? Misha, how are you doing from North Carolina? Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey there, everybody. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? Good evening to everybody. Well, once again, I left my glasses in the other room, but I actually can see the screen. So that's pretty good. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's late for a lot of you guys. Thank you. Hey, Monique. First time watching from Detroit. Well, welcome, Detroit. Let me get my other broadcast going. Give me just a moment. Let me get it turned on. Don't know why this just happened. Hold on just a moment. And let me start the room. All righty. So now I got Clubhouse in here. So those of you that are also wanting to join me on Clubhouse, hey, Vicky. Hey, Miss Sharima. Hi, Danielle. How's everybody doing? See, Pinky, Carla, Francis. Let's see. Orange County. Okay, California. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Precious, Misha. Well, I am looking forward to meeting y'all too. It's early in the morning. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. My beautiful, yes, right. Beautiful tribe. Beautiful tribe. All right. Well, before we get started, let's talk about the conference. So you guys already know what the title is, When Two Narcissists Come Together. Some of you guys have been asking this question. I'm going to talk about it. Ooh, excuse me. Had a long day. Oh, but today is a wonderful day. So first, allow me to say this. Hey, Northern California. Hey, let me tell you guys this. Thank you guys so much here on, I'm in the hallway. How did I end up in the hallway on my own broadcast? I don't know how that happened, but I guess I'm in the hallway. Well then, well, thank you guys, Shawnee, Renata, Christy, B. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much for being here. All these beautiful people. So before it's a hot mess. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys are here live too. First of all, allow me to introduce myself to those of you that's the first time coming on live. My name is Dr. Carmen Bryant. I am the host of Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Hello, Dr. VTV. Thank you so much for joining me. I am a licensed mental health counselor. I'm also a life coach that teaches you about overcoming narcissist abuse. My focus is usually women. That's my niche. Is speaking to women. However, I do know for a fact how men go through this type of abuse as well. And so we have a lot of kings that are on here as well that we talk to in reference to being abused by a person that has narcissistic personality disorder. For those of you that don't know me very well, hey, Rigga, long time no here. But you can go to my YouTube channel and hi, Michael. I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. But those of you that are not familiar with my work, you can go to YouTube and you can find over 400 some odd videos on there. And I talk about people that have narcissistic personality disorder and how they conduct themselves, how they think, how they behave, and what's going on. And so that leads me to say this. You guys have to excuse me because I was on the road. I got off the road, so I was sleepy. And I apologize. Please forgive me because I know it's extra loud on Clubhouse because I got the earphones right. I have the microphone right in my on my neck. But I will be in Dallas, Texas, July 31st, which is a Saturday. I will be there the 30th, which is that Friday evening, and I'm going to do a meet and greet with everyone. I will be at the Hilton Dallas, the Hilton Dallas Lincoln Center hotel. However, now the meet and greet is free, but the event is a ticketed event. The event that Saturday, July 31st, we're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning and we're ending at 6 o'clock in the evening. There is a part of the tickets comes with a lunch, so you will have a Greek buffet, and I will be your host and your speaker. So I will be speaking from 8 to 12. Then I have guests that will be speaking from 12:30, and I have another one at 1 to 2 o'clock. Then I will speak again, be teaching from 2 to 4. And then, of course, at 4 o'clock, my big sister, Kathy Gibson, My Life is Intentional. And to close the conference out will be yours truly, Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. We'll have guest speakers, Ms. Bridget Griffin, a friend of mine who was also a domestic violence victim, a legal victims advocate who goes into the courts with victims, that have suffered domestic violence. And she's very aware of how narcissists conduct themselves in courtrooms. She's in there to serve as an advocate and that buffer for the victims. And she helps them when they go into the court, lets them know what to do and what not to do, and the stuff that she sees in there. I also have my big brother, and please forgive me because on the flyer his name is misspelled, but his name is Marcus Monroe. And he's going to talk to you about he teaches women about mentality, and what he's discussing, which is very relevant in a time such as this, about this new group of men that are coming up that are preying on women, that are teaching men how to prey on women. These are narcissists training narcissists, and they're narcissists training men, but they're teaching how to prey on women. And he's going to come in and he's going to teach you about this new secret organization that is coming up, and you guys have been introduced to it. You're familiar with it, and how to protect yourself from it. And then, of course, I'm going to be discussing what I'm going to break down. Many of you guys are suffering intensely. Some of you guys are going through a lot of pain dealing with these narcissists. And most of you guys ask the question, why me? What caused me? I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong man. I don't understand. What is it? What is this tracker? What is in me? Why do I keep attracting these people? And I break it down to you, and you guys know how I teach. I break it down to you because I like to get to the core of a problem. Because a lot of times, as therapists, we're taught to deal with the symptoms. You deal symptom management. We talk about symptoms, how to do coping mechanism, breathing exercises. These are the things that we learn to do as therapists, breathing exercises. We give you coping skills. But the thing is you can put a Band-Aid on it all day long. You can put a Band-Aid on something, but you never get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem, oftentimes, not often, all the time, is found in the core, is found in the foundation. First of all, we need to get to the foundation. I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to take you to the foundation of where it all started from, how you develop your attachment styles, what type of parenting or, whoever was your caretaker, how you ended up developing the attachment style that you have, to include the type of love language you have that the narcissist picks up on. Not only that, to talk about, because most people really don't understand what narcissist abuse is. And yes, they are, Christine. Exactly. He talks about these. Yes, this is exactly what he's going to talk about. The groups are called FBI and CIA. Yes, the groups that he's going to be talking about is the FBI and the CIA. And these are groups that are coming up. Exactly, Christine. And you don't want to miss it. I know a lot of you guys saw some of the, when he did the ministry part. This is not, and this conference is not ministry. This is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse conference. And it's called Hidden in Plain Sight, Exposing the Secrets. But I'm going to break it down because most people think they're dealing with a normal person. They're not dealing with a normal person. A narcissist is not a normal person. A person within the cluster B personality group has very big abnormalities. Unfortunately, borderlines as well, because borderlines are also very, very manipulative. But we're talking about the narcissist, and I'm going to break it down because you really need to understand what you're dealing with. Most people really don't understand when they're dealing with a narcissist what they're dealing with. They handle these people like they're the average normal people. These are not, excuse me, these are not normal people. You can't tell someone you just need to get out and leave it alone and forget about it and cut it off. If it was that easy, we wouldn't have all these YouTube channels talking about narcissist abuse. But I'm going to break down the disorder for you. Not only am I going to break down the disorder, I'm also going to break down, most of you guys are accustomed to hearing people talk about the covert, the overt, the, you know, the cerebral, the somatic. You're accustomed to hearing those terms, but you really haven't heard broken down. Well, some of you may have, but to break the narcissist down based on their manipulative tactics. You know, why they use certain tactics and the tactics that they're using and the purpose that they serve. When you begin to dismantle what they're doing, when you begin to understand their MO, when you begin to understand it's, see, some of you guys are so focused on healing that narcissist. Why are they doing this? Most of you guys need to get this information in order to heal and get an understanding. Once you begin to heal and get an understanding of where you come from and what is happening and why, what is their MO? What is their mode of operation? Why do they manipulate, and who are the ones that manipulate a certain way? What is their thought process and what are they doing? If you're in a game of chess, you have to outthink. Yeah, big brother Mark is off the chain. Yes, he is, Telsha. Oh, tell him they don't want to miss this, Telsha. He's off the chain. Telsha, I wish you could come out there. But big brother Marcus is off the chain. I'm telling you, the boy is bad. But what I'm telling you is that once you start to break down the MO, the mission, how they operate, and how this manipulative tactic works. Why are they doing that? What they're doing, how they're doing what they're doing when they're manipulating, and what purpose. See, when you begin to see what they're doing and how they're doing, it begins to speak to you. It makes you less vulnerable to another narcissistic attack. But the thing about it is we have to break down what's going on with you. Did you know that pride, because a lot of people say, but I'm strong, I have my own business, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a businessman, I was strong, I've always been a strong person. Narcissists don't look for weak people all the time. They look for strong people. But a narcissist can detect your weakness. They can bring out the kryptonite, and that kryptonite is going to pull out the weakness in you. Don't ever think that all of us are that strong, because most of us are pretty strong little women. We're strong women and we're strong men, and we got businesses and we're entrepreneurs and we're doing this. And I don't understand how this got caught up, because they're like a magnet. They know how to pull out that little weakness in you, and pride becomes a weakness too. Did you know that pride, I ain't gonna give you everything now, but did you know that pride is a mask that most people wear to cover up fear, cover up insecurities? Why do you think that narcissist is so grandiose with pride and everything? Because pride is a mask that is covering up the weaknesses even in you. But most of us walk around and think about it. You want to be seen. You want to be associated with certain people. I got to make sure people see me, because it's a cry for help. See, that narcissist will pick little stuff out like that. You see what I mean? And so in this conference, I'm breaking it down. Why do you think it's from 8 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening? And I'm talking about nonstop. We're going to take every hour, we're going to take a 10-minute break, but from 8 to 6, this is a boot camp. I'm coming drill sergeant style, y'all. because some of you guys, we need to break this off of you guys. Some of you guys, we need to get into your heart, and we need to get to the root of your problem. And in many of you guys that are going to counseling, counselors are not going to teach you a lot of this because a lot of counselors don't know. A lot of coaches are not going to teach you this because coaches don't know. And so to break it down and to focus on you, not the narcissist, to focus on you, to help you get the game plan, to help you get into your heart, to understand some of the issues and places that you come from in the first place. And we got a lineup that is off the chain. Let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you something. This conference right here is a $2,700 conference. Usually I'll charge about $3,500 for a conference like this. That's a $3,500 conference. This conference is being brought to you guys for $280 for general admission, $300 for VIP, because all of it includes your lunch buffet, your Greek lunch buffet. And of course, I'm going to make sure that you have coffee and tea and all that good stuff. You know, so the 280, that's the general conference fee. 300 is VIP, because VIP will be escorted by limousine to a restaurant of my choice. So you will be treated as VIPs. Not saying that my general public is not important, because you guys are also very important. The VIP that are going the extra, that are helping with this conference, you will be escorted with limousine to a restaurant right afterward, and we're going to spend time together. If we ride around the city, whatever you're going to be, you're going to be escorted by limousine to a restaurant of my choice after it is over. But this is a $3,500 conference. $2,700 is pushing it. And the type of information that you're getting. And if you guys think about it for just a minute, add up your cigarettes that you smoke on a daily basis. Add up the cup of coffee that you drink on a daily basis. This right here is an investment. I buy clothes. I go shopping, and on one pop, I can spend $200 something. But you guys are talking about your mind. You're talking about your heart. You're talking about your emotions. Some of you guys have been stuck in this place for entirely too long. Some of you guys are so tormented. Some of you guys are so hurt. And this right here is an investment, because the people that you're getting on this platform, this is not a replay. You're not going to get this replay. If you don't have a ticket, you cannot come to the event. So if you show up at the hotel and you come to the conference, my team that is there are not going to let you in. This is a ticketed event. I posted it so you can go and register and pay for your tickets. But this is a ticketed event only. So if you show up at the door and you tell them you my cousin or my sister or my baby dad and mama cousins, and you're not coming in, this is a ticketed event. And I need you guys to go and register. I need you guys to be out here, because some of you guys are still in the same place you were about a year or two ago when I was reading your comments. Some of you guys are tormented. Some of you guys have gone to therapists, and it's like you're not getting any relief, like you don't have oxygen. But once you begin to understand, and I'm telling you, once you begin to understand what is happening and the game, the MO of the narcissist, how they're tearing your heart out your chest. You know, some of you guys, oh my gosh, I can't afford that. Yes, you can. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this, because who's to say that next year is going to be the same price? It might not be, because as it gets bigger, I'm not going to be able to personally cater to you guys. Right now, you have an opportunity, because, you know, we're just coming out of the pandemic. I'm doing the first conference, especially after that pandemic. This is a time where I can be one-on-one with you. I can come and touch you if you allow me to. You got to wear a mask there at the event. But I can come and touch you. I can shake your hand. I can hug you. For the first time, I get to see who my supporters are. And you can get, you know, affirmation. You can get confirmation. You can get, you know, some love from us that are there, that you want to be there. Yes, it is available on Zoom. Oh, thank you so much, Telsha. I wish you could be out there. I really need you to be out there. I wish you can come. But that's all right. Don't worry about it. We're having it on an annual basis. And I am coming to California. But check this out for Zoom. Those of you that cannot be in person, it will be on Zoom, and on Zoom is $200. And remember, I got staff, I got people, you know, people that I want to make sure I'm able to pay for the service that they're doing. So 35, you know, the overhead of what we're doing costs to make sure that you guys are taken care of. I don't have to explain that. You guys know that is a great investment. If you look at the information, I got 400 and some odd videos on there. Most of the stuff that's on there is masterclass material. You're not going to find that type of material out there unless you're paying for a masterclass. And so I'm telling you guys, you come to this event, it is well, I promise you this one thing, it's going to be well worth your time. It's going to be well worth, because some of you guys that have been going through this for years and still haven't got any type of relief. Hold on just a minute. Some of you guys that have not gotten any relief, I'm telling you, when you guys come out there, you're going to be relieved. Riga, if you go to, you can look right there on my Instagram. There's information and there's a link where you can go to the tickets. You can go on my Facebook. On my Facebook, it has the link. But on the flyer that's on Instagram, has the link at the bottom. If not, you can go to you can go over to my Facebook page. And if you go to my Facebook page, Coach Natisha, you need to be out there because you're a coach. I need you to be out there. But if you go to my Facebook page, if you go to my YouTube under the community tab, you'll find it on my community tab. But it has the link where you can register. I have Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly is one of the assistants that's going to be out there. Just Be Real is going to be out there. I have my daughter is going to be out there to assist me. I have Miss Tiara Carpenter, who is also a event coordinator. She's flying out. I have two of my good friends, Mr. and Mrs. Connie and Jeremy Jones, who are going to be my Mr. and Mistress of Ceremonies. Excellent. And when I say we're going to treat you with excellent, we're going to excellent. Yes, it's going to be available on Zoom. So you will be on Zoom all those hours. $200 on the Zoom. And I want you guys to be there because I'm telling you, some of you guys are stuck in this cycle. When you come out of this conference, I guarantee you, you're not going to be in the cycle because you're coming out and you're going to be equipped. You're coming out and now you know what work you need to do. Now you even know how to have a conversation with your therapist and how to get therapists. You see what I mean? How to get therapists and what to talk about in its increments. So I'm telling you, you don't want, yes, Carla, you got to come out there. You have to. You got to come out here. I want to meet you guys. I have all this time that I have not been able to travel. This is the first time. This is the first time that I have in years to be able to travel because my schedule just has been, full. I really, really, really want you guys to come out there. I want to meet you guys. I want to see you guys. I want to be able to hug you guys. I want to say thank you for supporting me. I want to shake your hands. You know, I want to touch your face. I like holding faces. I'll hold your face. I want to hold your face. I want to hug you. I want to say thank you to you. I want to show you my appreciation for supporting me, but I want to see you get better. I want to see you equipped. You guys come in. They call me first sergeant at church. I am a former first sergeant. I want you to come in, troops. And as first sergeant, I'm going to be there. And we're going to have general officers in there that are going to be changing your life. Yes, it's going to change your life. I'm telling you. So I need you guys to be out here. Those of you that can join me in person and fly out, drive out, whatever you can do, come on out there so you can be with me. Yes, come on out to Dallas so you can be with me. The registration is on Facebook. It's on YouTube community tab. It's in Instagram. And it's on, I think that's on my Twitter. It's on my Twitter. And it's on my, the other one is my LinkedIn. And the link is on there. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video. And when I do the video, it's going to have the link under there. I'm going to put the link under this video too. But it's going to have the link under there. I'm telling you guys, you got to be, yes, hugs. I'm going to hug you guys. I'm going to shake your hand. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to touch your face. I get to meet you guys for the first time. I am so excited because I have a lot of energy. And when I start talking and I begin teaching, I get overexcited. I love talking to people. I love training. That's something that I've always done, even in the military. Coach Natisha, you got to be out there. You got to be out there. I'm looking for you. I'm be looking for you. Okay. Yes, that's she first sergeant family. Thank you. Well, you guys ready? You guys ready for me to start teaching? I know that's enough about the conference, but I'm expecting to see you guys out there. You got to be out there. You have to. I'm telling you guys, sometimes when you first start off small, that's when you want to jump in when a person is still reachable. When you still can put your hands on them, they can still come out there because as the group grows and as the event grows, it's hard for the speaker to be personable with people. Sometimes it gets hard for them to interact with people because it ends up being so many. And so you guys, people are calling on me. So you got to get in when you can so I can still hug you guys and talk to you guys, and then on top of that, the price on top of that, $3,500 event, and you guys are getting it for $280, $300, or $200. And those of you that don't want to come to the conference and you just want to go out to dinner and ride in the limo, it's $175. Now, if you just come so you can ride in the limousine to go to the to the restaurant or sit at the table while I'm eating and ask me a bunch of questions that you could have got while you were sitting at the conference. Now I'm come out there asking me a bunch of questions. Now I'm likely to fall asleep in my food or something like that, but I'm gonna enjoy being with you guys. Okay. So, okay, let's get to our topic. So let's go ahead and get to our topic. So our topic, this is a question that I get asked a lot. A lot of people ask this question. What happens? Do I do conferences in Washington State? I sure will, because I'm right here. I sure will. I think the reason why my first conference is in Dallas is because I have family in Dallas. And so I was going to visit in Dallas anyway. And I said, well, since I'm in Dallas and a lot of you guys are in Texas, let me just go ahead and do my first conference, and that'll be my home port. Whenever I do conference, I'm gonna start off probably there or maybe here in Washington, but I'll start off, you know, in Texas. Now, when it comes to a Washington State conference is too easy because I'm right here. So I don't have too far to travel. So don't worry about it. I can do a Washington State conference all year long. So, you know, I can do, and then on top of that, if I do a Washington State conference, Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, Kathy Gibson, My Life is Intentional, Bridget Griffin, you know, that you can they'll actually be there in person. You can see them in person. But yes, so hey, Miss Chat. But yes, you know, here in Washington, that's too easy. We can do that anytime. So let's get to our topic. Let's start talking about our topic. Thank you so much, you guys here on Clubhouse. Just know that what I'm going to do is, let me tell you guys what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I got family in Maryland too, but in Maryland, you can tell I got family in Maryland, huh? But I'm going to start talking about the topic on here. Then I'll open it up for about 10 minutes for questions. And then once I finish the questions on the social media, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, then I cut that off. And those of you that have Clubhouse are welcome to come over to Clubhouse. And then I usually answer questions for a few minutes on Clubhouse. So let's get into the topic. So the question is, we're truly looking forward to having you with us. I am so excited about having you guys too. And I'm especially excited about seeing my moderators. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. But so let's go into this question. So, I'm coming to New York. My big brother's in New York. Marcus Monroe is in New York. So I'm coming to New York. He knows I'm coming to New York. But like I said, yeah, I'm gonna do a conference in California too. Next year, I'm thinking about Atlanta first. But anyway, let's go into our topic. Let's go into our topic, okay? So the question, this is one of the questions that I was asked. What happens when two narcissists get together? Okay, when two narcissists get together, let's think about it for just a minute. Let's go to the start of the situation. Let's think about what they do, right? Two narcissists. A narcissist, when you guys met that narcissist love bombed you, right? So when that narcissist presented themselves, they presented themselves with the traits of the last supply that they were with. So because they don't know how to approach you yet. They don't know anything about you yet. And so what happens is they're going to approach you with the traits of the supply that they're with, right? So pieces and parts of that supply. And so usually what happens is you're first impressed and you're attracted to that old supply. So now they got you on the telephone. And so remember, they're love bombing you. They're listening to your conversation. They're trying to figure out what your interests are, what your passions are. Then they want to see you face to face. Excuse me, you got this necklace. But they want to see you face to face. They want to see you face to face, and you get that narcissist stare. That narcissist stare, that first narcissist stare is a seductive stare because it's like they're trying to mesmerize you. But they're watching you. They're watching how you talk. They're watching what you talk about. They're watching your demeanor. They watch every breath that you take. They watch what you're passionate about. What do you always talk about? Do you talk about yourself, your family, your children? What is passionate to you? What is it that you like? They're watching everything, how you breathe, how your hand gestures are. Then what happens is they begin to mirror you. Mirroring is in those of you that are social worker, those of you, hey, TMG, those of you that are social worker, and TMG, I hope you come to the conference. But those of you that have been in the social work world, those of you that have been in mental health or are in mental health, this is something that you learn in graduate school. And they do it because they do it for evil, not for good. but we learn to mirror our clients, especially when we have a hard time breaking the tension, when we're first trying to establish rapport and bring a person's defenses down so that, we can build a rapport and we can build trust. And so what the therapist learns to do is mirror the client. If they sit a certain way, if they lean forward a certain way, if they talk a certain way, if they use a certain type of slang, bruh, and then I may joke with them too, bruh, especially when you're dealing with kids. So we mirror the client in order to bring down their defenses to make them more comfortable with us. Well, that's the same thing that narcissists do, is they mirror you to bring down your defenses because you feel more comfortable with a person that looks very similar to you. And when they talk like you and they use like certain words like you do, they joke like you do. They use your hands, they use your hands gesture. They move their head like you. It makes you feel comfortable because you have a person that you're looking at that is similar to you. So now let's think about it for a minute. A narcissist needs fuel, right? So we know that a narcissist needs fuel. A narcissist puts out a whole lot of fuel in order to pull you. A narcissist, and then that's why you owe them. That's why it's like taking money out the bank and putting it in your account, and you're borrowing this money and they're going to come back to get this back. So whatever they're doing, if they buy you big gifts, if they take you out to dinner, if they spend a lot of money on you, whatever they're pouring into you, that's a lot of fuel coming out of that narcissist to pull you. And you owe them because they keep up with everything that they do for you, and they keep tab because you will owe them for what they're doing. Now, put two narcissists together that are doing the exact same thing to each other. Now, check this out. You got one narcissist and they're dealing with you and they're pouring out all this fuel. So they have to pull the fuel from the supply. They have to have other supplies to pull to feed themselves because they're all about themselves, to fill themselves up, because all that fuel coming out to pull you is too much energy. That's way too much energy, right? So now imagine you got two narcissists pouring out all this fuel and each one of them is pulling from each other. Do you know that to them, they're in heaven? Because each one of them is pulling all this fuel from the other and they're getting the ultimate high from each other. So they're getting this ultimate high from each other, back and forth, back and forth. But eventually it gets to a point where they just turn back to their own selfish self. Now, a narcissist always assumes that people think just like they do. So that's why they're very paranoid. They already think that people think the same. Trust me, most of you guys think, do they understand what they're doing? Absolutely. They know exactly what they're doing. I had one tell me, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know that I lie. I know that I'm always trying to be better than everybody else. I know I'm always trying to show out. I know that I'm trying to pretend like I have something. I know I ain't got nothing. And it's too easy to manipulate a woman. He didn't say manipulate. He said it's too easy, to deal with a woman, because all you got to do is tell them how pretty they are. All you got to do is compliment them a whole bunch, and then it's too easy. It's just too easy. But do you see, that's how they think. So they assume, because remember, they project all the time. They project on you everything that they're doing. So they're always suspicious that you're doing the same thing they're doing. So if they're hustling you, if they're manipulating you, they always assume that you're doing the same thing to them. So now imagine two narcissists together. Two narcissists together doing the exact same thing, thinking the same way about each other. And then they're competitive. They're always competing with each other because they're always thinking that the other one is getting more attention than the other one is getting. Now, check this out. When you have two narcissists together, you're going to have one narcissist that is actually, when I say greater, I don't mean a greater narcissist. Because if you have a greater narcissist, you're going to have one narcissist is always going to be lesser. But when you just have two narcissists, not greater, we'll just say narcissists in general, you'll have one narcissist that's more dominant than the other narcissist. That's why you hear, you got the cerebral that are thinkers, then you have the somatic that are more show off, got to be seen, got to be seen. Now, if you got, covert are the vulnerable narcissists. The covert narcissists are the vulnerable narcissists. Those are the ones that they have the lowest self-esteem, the lowest self-worth. They're always very paranoid. They're always, they're always, the reason why they do what they're doing is because of the fact that they want somebody to see them. They want somebody to see them, see me, don't you see me, don't you see me? So it goes above and beyond, so grandiose. So now when you have these two narcissists in the same relationship with each other, you're always going to have one narcissist that is actually more dominant than the other narcissist. And the other narcissist is always trying to dominate the dominant narcissist. And that dominant narcissist is not going to let the lower narcissist rule them or control them. And so what that less dominant narcissist will do is that's when you see always the victim, and oh my God, and people treat me this way, and you're an abuser. They can pick out all the traits of that narcissist and tell you about how this person is a narcissist. And while you're talking to them, you're realizing that the person that's talking to you is a narcissist too. And the thing about it is they can't control them. So if they can't control them, they're killing me. If they can't get them what to do, they're killing me. You hear them a lot of times. You hear them like the religious ones. I've heard that the religious female, what God said. They use the Bible. God said, and in the Bible it said, or even the male, God said, and the Bible said, and God said, and I hear the Lord saying, and I hear the Holy Spirit saying, and they said, but they take what they want, or any religion. They take what they want to take out there for the purpose of using that as control. And one thing that they realize, even with that dominant narcissist, they still can't dominate them. And they get so frustrated. So even to a point where there is like physical abuse involved in there. But what happens is the lesser of the two narcissists will antagonize, harass, or purposely try to poke, prod the bear. So when that other narcissist attacks, the way that the lesser narcissist will react is overboard. Oh, hey, girl. Well, thank you, Misha. Hold on just a minute. There's a spider on my screen, and we ain't playing with no spiders, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. There's a spider on my screen. Oh, we don't do spiders up in here. Oh, there was a spider on my screen, y'all. I ain't going to lean over too far because the last time I dropped the camera. Okay. Ooh, child, there was a spider on my screen. But listen, so what ends up happening is you have the lesser, yes, it's a Dallas. The lesser narcissist will be over dramatic. So it'll be things like, say the narcissist may have pushed the other one off. Well, then that vulnerable narcissist will fall all over the floor, and oh my God, I think I hurt my back and my spine is broken. My wig fell off. I need somebody call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. Those are the ones that are dramatic. Those are the ones that put on a show. So you're always going to have one that's going to be lesser than the other narcissist. One is going to be the more dominant in the relationship. Then the lesser of the narcissist, those are the ones, see, some of y'all empaths like, don't hurt the spider. No, we killed that spider. No, hey, empaths, I'm going to have to get y'all. You have to get together. I'd have killed the spider. I sure did. But listen, but yes, so that vulnerable, that lesser narcissist will be that actor. That's that forever victim. All you ever hear them, if they can't get control, all you ever hear them talk about is about how awful I'm being treated, how they're doing this and they're doing this. Now you see it happening, but what you don't see is the part that they play in it. So you got these two narcissists in here. It's like two magnets that are pressing up against each other. It's let me tell you something. It is a disaster waiting to happen. It is a disaster waiting to happen. They're both abusing each other. Now, you may have one of them. They may not be physically violent, but they are controlling. That's how a narcissist is. They're controlling. Now you have the other narcissists. Now you also have those narcissists like the vulnerable narcissists where they only look for narcissists. They don't know that they're looking for a narcissist. You're an empath and you kill spiders. Ginger said, I'm an empath and I kill spiders. Okay, you making a breakthrough. But you have, okay, so now you also have the let's say that lesser narcissist, right? And a lot of times with the females are very manipulative, but females are also very, what's the word I'm looking for? They use their femininity. They use their femininity, they use their vulnerability and their weakness as a woman, and woe is me. Or if you have the older, like the female ones, is here the ambulance. But you know, you have the older ones that, you know, I'm old and feeble and I'm this, but yet when they open up their mouth, they're just nasty. They open up their mouth coercive. They're nasty. They have a nasty attitude. They speak under their breath. They antagonize people. You know, they antagonize the narcissist that is the dominant narcissist. And then you have those, as I was saying, the narcissist that the lesser of the narcissists. It is not that they purposely look for a narcissist that is abusive. They're pulled into the narcissist. They always have to be with an abusive person. They get their fuel not from like the average narcissist gets their fuel from whether they can make you smile, whether they can hurt you, how much pain they can see you go through. This particular narcissist that always gets into a relationship with narcissists, they get fuel from the pain they receive. So they will cause pain in order to receive pain. And the only way that they get fuel is by being hurt themselves. So unless they're being hurt, unless they're being abused, unless they are being misused, they get fuel out of that. And if they can't get fuel out of that, they cause drama within everybody they get around until someone finally snaps and cusses them out or goes off. But that's how they get their fuel, and you can watch them calm down. And then as soon as they calm down, they're like, see, everybody treats me like this. And that's not right for someone to talk to me this way. And how dare them talk to me this way? And I'm an old man and I'm an old woman and I'm sick, I'm feeble, I'm 1,000 years old. Oh my God, how can they mistreat me? And they'll do that. They'll do that to people. But the only way that they get fuel is they get fuel from the pain that is inflicted on them. And a lot of times that's the female narcissist that will get into a relationship. Every time they get in a relationship, they always get in a relationship with another narcissist that's a dominant narcissist because they want to control. And if they cannot control, it invokes the other one to be abusive. And then they're abusive, but that's the way that they get their fuel. So this is what happens with two narcissists. Then if two narcissists have a child, y'all, let me tell you something. And I've witnessed this myself. And this is professional and personal observation, in accordance to the DSM, those of you that are in the mental health field and social work services know that NPD or narcissistic personality disorder is not diagnosed until they're about, I think, age 19. It's not something that is diagnosed at a young age, because a lot of the behavior is common behavior for children, toddlers, and teenagers that are growing up. Selfish, self-absorbed, competitive. You know, a lot of that which you see, which looks very narcissistic, a lot of that is normal development as we are teaching them, you know, what is right and what is wrong. Stop being selfish. And within time, you know, most therapists and researchers know that children kind of grow out of it. However, now that we are getting more information, you know, we're beginning to see, think about it, sociopath and psychopath children. And they had it on Oprah Winfrey show. You had it like on 2020, on 60 Minutes, whatever. But you're starting to see children at a younger age murdering other children in cold blood, or murdering people in cold blood with no feelings. You see sociopaths, you see psychopaths, right? Then, you know, if you see sociopath and psychopath, that's on the cluster B scale. That's on the cluster B personality disorder circle, you know. And so if you're starting to see sociopaths and psychopath behaviors in children as young as 10, 11, 12, you know, even I think, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, then you know that if you see that, there's narcissism in that age. But however, they're not diagnosing it at that age, but you see the behaviors at that age. A lot of you are becoming more skilled and more fine-tuned, where you're starting to pick up on things that is not normal. So when you're looking at children, you're beginning to see some things that does not look normal in their developmental process. There's something like something don't look right, something don't sit right. And I have had the experience with a child as young as 2 years old from two narcissistic parents, where I actually saw the narcissist stare. Now, most people will say, well, that's normal development. A child tends to stare, a child, of course, because they're absorbing, they stare. Kids stare. Y'all know that kids will give you that crazy stare when that uncomfortable stare. You're like, oh my God, why won't the child stop staring? This child is just, staring. No, I've seen in the world of psychology where we call that blunted effect. It's a blunt effect. It's almost like, I saw the child stare at me. I caught the child because the child got angry with me about something because I said no about something. I ain't got no problem telling your cute little poo-poos no. I ain't gonna touch them, but I ain't got no problem telling poo-poos no. Who I need to touch is y'all as parents. Tap y'all as parents. But I told the child no or something. The narcissistic parent was trying to get the child to do something, and I was like no. But the look on the child's face was almost this empty, blank stare. And I looked in the child's eyes, 2-year-old. I looked in this child's eyes, and it was like there was nothing there. There was nothing there. There's a difference between a child that's just staring at you, they're staring at you and absorbing and kind of looking, and that's one thing. Thank you so much, Trinity. But there's a difference between they're kind of looking at you and staring and observing. But when I looked at this child, I caught that moment before they broke focus with me, and it was like a blank, blunt stare. It was nothing there. It was nothing there. And it was a hateful stare. It was nothing there. It was nothing there. And I was like, I felt that. And I'm not even an empath, but I felt that. And I was like, man. And so I started thinking, I said, most people don't catch it. And I'm telling you this from a professional perspective, but a personal perspective, kind of mixing the two together. Remember, this is developing at an early age. So if it's developing at an early age, why are we not catching it at an early age in order to stop it before it fully develops into a permanent personality? I believe that you can catch it at an early age and stop it before it fully develops and becomes permanent. You see what I mean? We can stop this. The thing about it is I just haven't figured out how to stop it yet. You see what I mean? Because I don't deal with children. So for those of you that work with children, this is information for you guys to gather in order to come up with ways of getting involved, because you don't do counseling with kids as ages 2. Anytime you have children as young as 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, you're doing counseling with the family. But what if both of the parents are narcissists and both of the parents are distant? They were using the child to get attention. One, which is more of the vulnerable one. Remember, one is the one that's inflicting pain, uses the child to get attention. So because the child is a beautiful child, but they use the child to get attention from anybody they can. So whatever they can do to get attention, they get attention by using the child and putting the child as the golden child. So they get attention with that child. Then they use the child to barter between both of the narcissists, barter with this child, back and forth with this child. But remember with the narcissist, there is no compassionate connection. There is no emotional empathy. The child is like laying on a brick wall. The child needs comfort and things. They're not getting that comfort, that compassionate or empathetic, emotional, empathetic comfort. It's like, so how is the child, the child is not feeling that. So they're growing up not feeling it from either parent. See, when you guys come from a household where only one was a narcissist and the other one wasn't, you had one that was compassionate with the child while the other one isn't. So they know what it feels like from one of the parents, unless the narcissist stops the other parent. So now you got 2 narcissists in the home that are doing the same thing, but have no emotional connection with the child. So the child is not being taught emotional connections. The child is not learning. Empathy is learned. So they're not learning how to connect with people. They're not that skin on skin contact. Some of them get it, but think about it. They're going through, the parent is going through the motions. You're going through the motions. They're going through the motions. So this is, it's a sad situation. So this is what happens, and that's just a little bit, but this is what happens when you connect, when there's 2 narcissists connected, together, and then on top of that have kids. Because each one of those kids, imagine if you have children, one narcissist has a golden child, a scapegoat, and a lost child. But what about that other narcissist? What if that golden child to one narcissist is a scapegoat to the other narcissist? And what if they pick one of the kids to be their golden child, and you have two golden children fighting each other, and each one of them is a, let's say, a scapegoat to the other narcissist. Do you see this hot cycle of mess? Do you see that most of you have come out of families where you have been terrorized, where you have been confused? You don't even know what it's like to be hugged properly. So you're being hugged, but a lot of the hugs, a lot of you guys come out of this and you fall trapped to sexual abuse, to childhood sexual abuse, because all you want is touch. I just want to be touched. I want to be touched, and I just want to feel safe. And so you're getting touches from other predators, and the predators are making you feel like you're safe, but what they're doing is they're grooming you too. So you see how a lot of you guys are coming out of these relationships and you're totally confused. Some of you guys had two narcissist parents. So do you guys see that intergenerational trauma? And it just keeps going on and on and on. So did this help? Thank you so much, Carmelina. Camera. Girl, I'm gonna mess your name up. Girl, I'm gonna give you a fancy name, Miss C. You are so welcome. So did this make sense to you guys? Hopefully I answered that question. So when I asked me the question, so she said, my Lord, narcissist plus narcissist equals God help that child. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Felt so unsafe. See what I mean? So y'all, let's go ahead and let's open up the questions. Give me about 10 minutes. Just be real, Miss Chat. You guys, give me about 2 minutes. Give me about 10 minutes, okay? Give me 10 minutes and ask me some questions. In Clubhouse, I'll be with you guys in just a minute. I'm gonna take 10 minutes over here, and then I'm gonna come over to Clubhouse so I can talk to you guys for a few minutes. I'm not gonna stay on late. I always say this, but I love y'all, so I end up staying late. But I'm not gonna stay on late. So give me 10 minutes, and you guys ask me some questions. Let's see if you paid attention. Have you guys been in a relationship, not in a relationship, but what about your parents? Do you think that you had two narcissistic parents, and what was that like? What was that like? Okay. What was that like? Oh, now Sister Big Bones. Go ahead, girl. I feel you. Girl, I feel you. Let's see. That's how we do. That's how thick girls do. That's how we do. Yeah. See? Adrian said it was hell. I watch. I ain't got my glasses on, but I saw that. You on Clubhouse too? Okay, hold on. Which one are you? Which one are you on Clubhouse? Definitely one narcissistic parent. So Penelope, you know what it felt like. Lydia. Okay, hey Lydia, let me look at Lydia. Well, hey, Miss Lydia, look at all pretty and stuff. So your stepmother was one? Okay, see? My mother was dominated and her husband's allowed her. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that. Okay, I'm sorry I missed that. I don't want to tap nothing because last time I tapped something, I don't know what I did on here. Have you ever dealt with a narc that spoke another language around you to cover up it only speak English to you? No, I haven't. I have not. Can I do an impression of a narc stare? I can't. A narc stare is evil. A narc stare is evil. I don't have evil in me to be able to do that. Mine to look seductive, and I don't want to seduce nobody. So, but yeah, I just don't have evil in me. When you see that narcissistic stare and you see it, you can't unsee it. You cannot unsee it. You can't unsee it. Once y'all see the narc stare, you can't unsee it. You'll know like that was a narc stare. And everybody's like, I don't know what you talking about. Because that narc stare is directed at you. It's directed at you. It's not directed at anybody else. So a lot of times other people won't see it, but it is directed at you. And once you see it's dead eyes, it's almost like there's nobody there. It's like it's empty and it's hateful. It's like they hate you. And you're wondering, like, why do you hate me so much? What did I do? My husband is one, and I see that stare all the time. See, you will never forget it. Absolutely, you will never forget it. It will be burnt in your mind. Exactly. Once you see the narcissistic stare, you'll never unsee it. You'll always know what it looks like. Even when people around you don't know what it looks like, you will know what it looks like. You can tell somebody and they won't see it because it's directed at you. And so when it's directed at you, because you are the target. Yeah, and a lot of them get the black eyes. It's like their pupils get as big as their eyes, or like their whole eye just turns black. And you're like, I know what I just saw, and I can't unsee it. I know what I saw. Nobody's going to believe me. It's like they're studying you with no life in their eyes. Yup, absolutely. Yup, borderline psychopathic. Some of them are actually psychopathic or sociopaths. A lot of them have more than just one personality disorder. Some of them actually have the antisocial personality disorder, which is the psychopath and sociopath. Some of them actually have both, and some of them have one or the other. My ex-husband was married. Hold on, has married a narcissist. I have 2 boys with this man. What advice can you give me when it comes to the way they use my 7-year-old as a tool to get a rise out of me? You got to get personal coaching with me. That's a lot of information. I need more information to be able to help you. That's more of a session. That is not an answer that I can just give on a live. A lot of you guys have questions, but a lot of those questions you need to make an appointment with me because I need more information about your personal situation. So there's no general answer to that. My husband's turns a chestnut color from green, and I know he's getting ready to act a fool. See? Hey, Southern girl. Exactly. Let's see. Is there a method you can use to repel them? It depends on your belief system, and you need to see. Some of you guys, let me tell you, you know me, I keep it real. How many of you guys know I keep it real? I know Just Be Real's name is Just Be Real, but y'all know I keep it real. So how many of you guys know I keep it real? So how many of you guys raise your hand, put your little hand up there and let you know I keep it real, right? So you know I tell it like it is, and I'm very straightforward, right? Yeah, I'm very straightforward. You guys know that, right? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm gonna, like the kids say, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100, right? I remember I was the scapegoat, so I'm the one to point out the pink elephant in the room, and I'm gonna make you mad, right? I'm gonna make you mad. Everybody know that, right? And those of you guys that have met me in person, you know I keep it 100, right? Okay. So you know I said that for a reason. Oh, TMG know it too, because TMG know I had to keep her straight too, and Just Be Real too. So you guys know I'm gonna keep it real. So y'all know that right there was a precursor of what I'm about to say, right? Some of you guys come on YouTube and you're wanting a free session with me. So you want counseling or you want coaching from me. And so what you do is you come on YouTube to get a free session. Some of the questions that you have are not questions that I can easily answer on a hour stream, right? Some of your questions, and I know you guys really want answers, but some of the questions that you're asking require a one-on-one where I can know your story to give you some answers. So a lot of times what happens is when you come on because you want a counseling session. I can't provide you with a counseling session, and I cannot provide you with a coaching session. I can answer basic questions, but some of this, you need to make a personal appointment with me, or you need to make sure you come to that conference, because some of the questions that you're asking, I promise you're going to be answered at that conference. So some of you guys want coaching and counseling, but I cannot provide you with coaching and counseling on, first of all, that's unethical. And number 2, it requires me to know more information about your situation. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And so some things I just need to ask more questions about. So I'll just let you know that sometimes I can't answer all your questions. I can't. I don't have all the answers. And on top of that, sometimes I need more information about your situation to answer your question. So I am not perfect. I don't know all the answers. And y'all know that if I don't know the answers, me and you looking at each other on the screen, I'm like, child, I don't know either. I don't know. I think someone asked me, what does it mean when their eye twitch? I don't know. It itches. I don't know. They stress. I don't know. So I just keep it real. Okay. So I'm just keeping it real. I love y'all. And I wish I had all the answers, but that will make me a deity, and I am not a deity. I ain't got all the answers, y'all. I don't know. And then sometimes you need to just, I like that. I like that, Jean. I like that. 3 minutes, okay. But I mean, Telsha, I mean, she's a coach. She know what I'm talking about. Sometimes people want free sessions. We can't provide you with free sessions. And first of all, me as a therapist, that's unethical. Number two, that's a lot of energy. And number three, I need more information. I need more information specifically because if I'm gonna give you a game plan, I have to personalize that game plan to your situation. I need to know how you think. I need to know your personality, and I need to know your situation, and I need to know details about the narcissist that you're with, so I can get an idea about you. Because anybody that has done coaching with me on here, I will focus my attention back on you. Anybody that has done coaching with me, I will focus my attention back on you every time. I focus it back on you because you're not going to. They're not going to change at all. You're the one that can change. And so I focus my attention on the one that is fixable and changeable, which is you. You can set up a session by contacting me at drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. If you're in the state of Washington, I can provide you with counseling. If you're not in the state of Washington, I cannot provide counseling. I can only provide coaching, and I will provide you with coaching fees. Also, those of you that need counseling, you can go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. They will give you, he says, stop trying to finesse Dr. Carmen into free therapy. Bingo. I know how to stop. I know how to stop. Because number one, I'm not going to get my license pulled. That's number one. And number two, I'm not going to give you information on here in front of all these people because I need to know more about your situation. But if you go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, you can tap on that link. Columbus, Ohio. Wait there, Mr. Jones. How are you, sir? Betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. If you use that link, they'll give you a 10% discount when you use the link. Yes, I do get a commission off that. However, when you go to a counselor, when you're looking for a counselor on BetterHelp, ask them questions like, do you understand trauma? Do you understand PTSD? Do you understand parental alienation? Do you understand? Some of you guys need to go back to the root. Some of you guys got family, you got mom and daddy issues. You got rejection problems. Some of you need to start at the root. A lot of times you're trying to cut down the tree, but what you need to do is cut the roots and kill the roots in order to knock over the tree, right? So a lot of you guys are trying to handle the tree. You handle the symptoms. You're chopping down the leaves. You're chopping down the tree. The tree too big for you. Sometimes the tree is too big for you, and you need to start in increments, and you really need to start at the root. You tell the therapist where you want to start from. You may want to start in childhood issues. When you get to this conference, I promise you're going to find out some things about your childhood. And you're going to find out why you are the way that you are and why you keep magnetizing and attracting people to you. You're going to find out why this has been happening and how to stop this from happening by understanding the game that's being played. How do you play football? Because when even a football coach, and men, I know you guys, I mean, some of you ladies are football, fanatics too. But when Michael Jordan or any football players, when their coach teaches them stuff, they actually watch videos to study the opponent. They watch to see what their strengths and weaknesses are. And that's how they know who to guard, what man to put on what man, who to put on what person, because they know the strengths and the weaknesses of the team. Well, in this situation, when you're dealing with narcissism, at this conference, we're going to put you into the game and we're going to teach you the game plan. We're going to teach you some things about yourself. Why are you the way? There's going to be, let me tell you something. I promise you this one thing. There's going to be a lot of healing at this conference. There's going to be a lot of healing at this conference. Some of you guys are finally going to be able to take a fresh breath of air for the first time. Thank you. For the first time in years, you'll be able to just exhale for the first time. And my team is going to make sure that you are treated with respect. We're going to treat you with honor. We're going to treat you like the kings and queens that you are. We're going to treat you like you are somebody because you are. We're going to make sure we take care of you. We're going to make sure we take care of you. Okay. We're going to make sure you are taken care of. And this is going to be the first time when you come, you're going to be able to take a fresh breath and say, finally, I feel free. You're going to be free. Yes, it will be virtual too. So I'm getting ready to close out. I'm on my way over to Clubhouse. I'm coming. I'm going to be on Clubhouse just for a few minutes. Listen, this conference is a $3,500 conference. How many of you guys want to pay $3,500 to come to this conference? Because it's from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to provide you with a beautiful Greek lunch buffet, coffee, tea. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. It's in Dallas, Texas. This is at the Hilton Dallas Lincoln Center, and it is on July 31st. It's from 8 to 6. How many people? Yes, we're doing it online too. How many people prefer to pay $3,500? If you want to pay $3,500 for this type of conference, I'm telling you guys, when I do training, whenever I do training, my continuing education and stuff like that, some of the training on there can run up to $3,500 to $4,999. The type of information that you guys are going to be getting is in the thousands. This information is over $3,500. I can make some money off of this. Let me tell you guys, I can make some money, $3,500 per person. But what I'm going to do is, because of the fact that I know you need this, I'm dropping the prices. Instead of charging a regular price of $3,500 to teach what I'm teaching, I'm dropping it down to $280 general admission, $300 VIP. General admission and VIP, both of you guys are going to get the beautiful Greek buffet, lunch buffet. We're going to be speaking from 8 to 12, from 12:30 to 2, from 2 to 6. And we're going to be talking all that time. And it's $280, and $300 VIP will include, we are going to escort you via limousine to a restaurant of my choice so that you can join me and be my special guest at the restaurant. And I want you guys to be, if you're going to pay VIP and you're going to put that much into it, then we're going to put that much more into you and make sure that you fancy, because we're going to be cute when we go to the restaurant. Y'all be coming out there with no flip-flops on, y'all. You come out there with no flip-flops and a pick in your hair, black or white. Don't come out there with no pick in your hair, talking about, with a dashiki on. No, I want you guys to be fancy, because we're going to be fancy when we go. Exactly. And then on top of the $300, not only are you getting the Greek buffet, you're getting all those hours. I mean, this is nonstop conference. You're going to get information the whole time. And then right after that, at 7 o'clock, the limousines are going to come pick us up. It depends on how many of you guys are going to do VIP. And the VIP, the limousines are going to come. So if it's one limousine or two limousines, I'm looking at maybe two. Right now, I've almost got one limousine full. And so the second limousine, so it might be, I don't know how many of you guys are going to do VIP. So far, I got one limousine full. So now I'm working on my second limousine. And so for those of you, you're going to be picked, no bonnets. Don't come out there with no house shoes, bonnets, and robes on, and no booty shorts. We ain't doing no booty shorts. Now we're going to be fancy. We're going to look nice, because we're going to be bougie, because we're going to get in this limousine and we're going to go over to the restaurant and get out like we important. We important people, and we're going to ask those that are serving us with the limousine if they would just give us a ride around the city so we can just go to sleep in the limousine. Go to sleep in the limousine with a full stomach, okay? So it's $280 general admission. It's $300 VIP, which includes the limousine, but you got to pay for your own dinner. I ain't paying for your dinner. And then there's $200 if you're online. Hey, now tell you know how we do, because we going to eat. And if you don't catch us, we sit down too long. I sit down in that limousine. I might be the one that back there sleep with my mouth open, because we going to eat. So you got to pay for your own food. And those of you that are online, virtual, we'll do it through Zoom, it's $200. If you're not going to come to the conference, you just want to ride in the limo and go eat, then it's $175. Don't get over there to the restaurant and be over there, because you ain't going to be up that close to me. Yeah, don't go on your Crocs. Don't go on your Crocs and your sombreros. But you come over to the restaurant, don't go in there asking me questions when you should have been at the conference getting this information. Listen, I know I can spend up to $300 shopping. I can do that. I spend $300 in buying groceries a lot of times and stuff that I know I don't need, because I'm too thick. I'm thicker than a snicker. And Telsha thicker than a snicker. And we like to eat. So sometimes, some of you guys have smoking habits, and some of you guys buy coffee. Look at the coffee. Put your money up and you come out. If you can fly out there, or if you can drive over to Dallas, I want to see you guys in person. I want to be able to touch you. I want to be able to hug you guys for the first time. I want to take pictures with you guys. I want to know who it is that I'm talking to behind these cameras. I want to know who's behind these cameras. I want to know who behind these names so I can ask, who are you on there? Who are you on there? And then for those of you that really cannot just fly out there and the investment is Zoom, then you guys come and do it on Zoom. And we're going to have it set up at the hotel. We have the technical personnel there where we're going to set it up where we're going to put the Zoom on the projector so that we can see you and you can see us, because I'm going to have this right here. I'm going to have this here. And I'm bringing the laptop with me. So we're going to have this here. Whatever. Eat salad then. No, I ain't missing no meals, child. No, I ain't missing no meals. I need to push off the table some. Yeah, coffee. We'll have coffee there and everything. So if you guys can come out there, please come out there. I want to see you guys in person for the first time. Yeah, come on out there. I want to see you guys in person for the first time. I want to be able to shake your hands. I want to be able to hug you. I want to be able to take pictures with you, and make sure you bring your mask. I don't want you over there coughing and hacking and coughing over there and stuff. And I'm gonna make sure that we have our temperature. We're gonna follow CDC rules. I know that Texas is open, but a lot of us are not in Texas, live in Texas, but we're going to take your temperature. We're going to record the temperature and everything so we can keep up with it. Bring your mask when you come to the conference. Bring your mask with you. I will have my mask. I will take my mask off when I'm talking, as we're recording and everything. But bring your mask for those of you, some of you guys have been vaccinated and some of you guys haven't, but for the safety and to make sure that, that you guys feel comfortable. Okay. So I'm getting ready to transition over to Clubhouse. Please meet me in Dallas. I want to see you guys. I want to touch you guys. I want to hug you guys. I want to shake your hand. I want to see who you are on Facebook. And those of you that can't make it, just come on over to Zoom and come on to Zoom and watch on Zoom. And those of you that want to be bougie with the rest of us, go. If those of you that want to be bougie on Facebook, want to be bougie, y'all come on over. Pay for VIP. Let's get into this limousine and let's act bougie together, okay? Let's act bougie together. So thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. And when you're looking for the counsel, I've heard a lot of good things. It's a sponsored site. I've heard a lot of good things from a lot of counselors. Ask them questions, okay? Ask them questions. Thank you so much. Ask them questions. Ask them questions. Don't say, do you understand narcissistic abuse? No, ask them, do you understand childhood trauma? Do you understand intergenerational trauma? Are you, find someone that is, it's not, Arlington is not that far away. Yeah, but when you come to me, make sure you put a mask on. Come on over and we all be safe together, okay? But, when you go look for the counselors, ask them questions. Do you understand trauma? Are you a trauma professional? This is July 31st. But make sure you come and make sure that you guys, when you're looking for the counselor, ask them questions about trauma, ask them questions about PTSD. Okay. So you guys take care of yourself. I'm coming over here to Clubhouse. You guys want to join me? I'll be over here. Good night to you guys. Have a beautiful evening. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I appreciate everything that you guys too. You got to make it. Aqua, is it Aqua Next Moon? Oh, you got to come now. Don't say I hope. Say I'm coming, girl. Come on out there so I can meet you. Come on out there. You are so, thank you, Miss Irisha. Thank you so much. Here, I know in Texas is a little different. In Texas is a little different. But I know in Washington, we're still, we follow the CDC rules. Remember, I got to come back home to my family. And some of you are going back to your family. You don't know, well, I'm not going to bring nothing to you, but we still want to be safe. You know what I mean? And I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so excited. Go to so you'll find it on, go over to Instagram. You'll see the flyer and I put the link up there so you can go register. Go to Facebook, go to Twitter, and go to YouTube on my community tab. There's a link. You can take that, copy and paste that link, put it into your browser, and you can pull up the ticket. You'll see all the speakers' pictures. When you look at the tickets, when you look at the price of the tickets, hit where it says more info. So click underneath, like where it says like VIP, general admissions, click on more info. And when you click more info, it'll tell you everything that comes along with that. So for everything that you're getting, that's a very good price. I also have a friend of mine, her son-in-law is a photographer. Some of you guys, if you want to go ahead and purchase He'll be there if you want him to come. And you can purchase pictures. It's $25, and you will get all the digital pictures you want. He'll print out 5 of them right there on site, but you can get all the digital pictures that you want while you're there at the conference. You can do it there, but you have to pay the fee that's on that site, or you can contact him and you can speak to him and pay him. So I will get the names to him as well, so that I can give him the name list, so that that you guys, so he'll know that you're taking pictures. He'll know who you are. Also, number 2, it is a ticketed event. Please do not show up there, because I don't want to hurt your feelings. It's business. But if you show up and you have not paid, because I will print out the guest list of everybody that is paid. I will be cutting registration off a week before, but don't wait a week before, because what happens is as we get bigger, the hotel is moving us to a bigger space. And remember, the closer we get, the week before any kind of event, I have to provide them with the list of how many people are eating. So if you guys are waiting to the last minute, I'm not going to be able to get you guys second and thirds. We're going to make sure you get second and thirds if you want second and thirds. So like a week or so before the actual event, I'm cutting registration off, because of the fact I really need you guys to register early, so that as we grow, they can move us to a bigger room as we go. And I can add onto the menu so that we can make sure that everybody is getting food when they're coming in there, so that you guys, you're not going to come out there starving. You're going to eat, because I'm going to eat, So we's gonna eat and drink and eat, not drink alcohol, but we're gonna eat and drink. Now the night before, on the 30th, is gonna be a meet and greet. So we're gonna meet each other there. There's, I think it's called H Bar, the H Bar there. I don't drink, but the H Bar, they also have like foods if you want to get food and everything. We're gonna meet down there, so I get to meet you guys for the first time. So a lot of you guys I get to meet ahead of time. But like I said, meet and greet that Friday night, and then that Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Y'all stuck with me. So you guys thought you got enough of me on camera. You get to see me when I walk by touching on your table. I'm going to touch your hand, touch you on the table, and I'm going to touch your back. Be careful, I don't slap you on your back. I'm going to touch your arm. If you don't want me touching on you, you just say so. Put a sticker on your shirt that says, don't touch me. And I won't I just air touch you. And you're like Lilo and Stitch, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. I'm going to come by and touch your arm and talk to you. Okay, no, I don't drink alcohol. I do not drink. So I love you guys. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you guys. And I'm switching over here to Clubhouse. Okay. Make sure you guys register. Go and register. And as soon as you guys register, when I have that information, you will get a personal email. And if you leave your phone number, one of my assistants may call you, or I will call you, or I will email you, either or. So when you guys register, when you guys are registering, especially my VIPs, if you are my VIPs, if you register VIP, expect a phone call from me. So make sure that when you register as a VIP, make sure you put your phone number, your real phone number in there. Put your government name, and put your phone number in there, because if you register as VIP, I'm going to personally call you. Okay? I will personally call you and give you some information. So make sure when you register VIP, you will get a personal call from me. For my general admissions, you will be contacted by my assistants. I may email you if I have time, but my assistants will email you, make sure everything is okay. Those of you that are registering for online, we're going to make sure that you have all the information you need to get online on the day of the event. Yep, your government name. So for those of you that are VIP, just know that when you register VIP, you will personally get a phone call. Misha, you will get a phone call. I will be calling you. I'm going to look at your registration information, and I will personally call you. VIPs, I will personally call you myself. So to my assistants that are on tonight, just know that when you look on there, you guys can reach out to them, let them know. You guys email the email that's on there. My assistants are going to, contact you, let you know that we have your information, and that I will be calling you shortly and making sure that I have your phone number, because I will personally call you. Okay. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have no idea how excited I am about coming to Dallas, and I'm ready to get this thing started again. We were supposed to do this 2 years ago. We weren't able to do this. So now we finally get to start. I'm so excited. You have no idea. And I'm so excited about what is going to happen when you guys come to this conference. You make me laugh. Oh, I hope I make you laugh because I'm that way in person too. I'm a jokester. I love to laugh and joke, especially when you come to a conference. I love to see people smile. That's just something that I do. So you guys have a good evening, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a beautiful evening. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys this week, okay? I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to be doing a video on the conference, especially what I just said. On the conference, I'm going to do a video, and then you'll see the flyer again. So I'm going to have a video to advertise the conference. You guys share that because you don't know who's in that area that may want to come. Share the you guys help me out and advertise. Go market for me. You know, share the flyer that I put out and the link. You know, if you're not going to come, send it to somebody else. You never know if they'll be able to come. If you can register online, do it. Invite your family, okay? So thank you guys so much. I love you guys. You guys have a beautiful evening, and you have no idea. It's almost like I'm so excited because now I'm writing, you know, everything that I'm going to talk about. I'm thinking of things to do for you guys. I'm so excited. I love catering to people. I love, you know, hosting stuff and making you guys feel good. I want you guys, because as this grow, I want this to become more elegant. And when I say more elegant, I have a vision. I saw the setting already with the beautiful, beautiful tablecloths and the beautiful gold plates on the tables and just fancy. It was beautiful. And that is my goal for you guys. When you come to these conferences, my goal is to make it fancy, to make you feel relevant, to make you feel beautiful. Even if we have to do semi-formals or whatever we do, but we're going to come out and that'll be our night, you know, our day just to be beautiful, just, you know, and I want to be, and eventually I want it where, you know, we'll do the evening, we'll do a dinner and maybe some music in the evening. But this is what I want you guys to help me do, because, you know, when we start off and we have a vision, you know, we start to see how things work out. But my vision, and you guys are going to help me do this, because my vision is to do a conference, you know, a conference where we end the evening up with maybe some jazz or some local musicians to come out, and we just enjoy ourselves and have a dinner together in the evening. And, you know, we get dressed up and be fancy and we just enjoy each other's company. That is my, no Jordan basketball shoes now, but I want you guys to come out, and this is my goal, because I really want to cater to you guys. I really want you to see how important you are to me and how relevant you are. So I thank you guys so much. I'm ready to go. That's my second, third, fourth, fifth closing. I talk to you guys later, because just be real, she'll text me after a while talking about, boss, you need another 30 minutes. So I'm gone. I'm coming over to Clubhouse. Here I come, Clubhouse. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.